Now, I don't know about you, but I'm not very happy about shelling out $20,000 or more for processed sand and a few wires. Yeah, no thank you. So instead of burying my head in the sand and blindly accepting to be taken for a fool by the electric company, I started toying with a really crazy idea. Instead of buying my solar panels, I'd make my own for a fraction of the retail price and claim my solar independence. Easier said than done. The first thing I noticed when I started pursuing my dream was there's no real documentation to be found. Only a dime a dozen ebooks, some interesting blog posts that were lacking in detail, bits and pieces of good information, but nothing solid in one place. If I wanted to make my own panels, I had to do it the hard way. So I did it. I went to the library. I spent the next 3 weeks slaving over all the books ever published on solar panels. I tracked down some of the best experts in solar energy and managed to interview some super expensive solar panel installers over a beer. And in a couple of months, when I thought I had enough information to get started, I finally started my do-it-yourself project. I headed to a local store, got most of the supplies, and I discovered a special source for inexpensive solar cells online. Awesome. My total costs, only $97 and a few cents. And I couldn't believe it. The next step was to lock myself in the shed for an entire day. Here's a picture of me working on one of the panels. And this is another picture of me with my very first solar panel. My total costs $195 and change. A drop in the bucket compared to what you'd pay for retail solar panels. I was so anxious to see my new panels work that I installed them the very same day. And just to prove that my work wasn't for nothing, I stopped being a power Nazi that month. I no longer cared when the kids left the lights on. We used the air conditioning, the washing machine, and dryer just like we used to. When I got my bill in the mail, I knew that this moment would make or break me. If my method didn't work, not only would it mean my months of research were a complete failure, but it would also add more dollars to an already bloated bill. This time, I was secretly hoping for a 50% cut in my power bill. Heck, even more if I was lucky. But luck had nothing to do with it. Now I had my own solar panels. So it had to work. And boy, oh boy, was I right this time. Get this, my homemade solar panels were working so good that I had managed to make the meter run backwards. This means that the electric company was now forced to pay me for the excess energy I was selling back to the grid. Sure, it wasn't much money. It was only $5 that later turned into more, but it was the most important $5 in my entire life. My project was more than a success. I created my own mini power plant, and I no longer needed the electric company.